Right, I think we're all set here, I want to say. So, let's get right back to it. Just jumping right back in. Gotta buy a little fidget toy here. I don't know if I mentioned this actually on my little vacation on my way up to visit. I stopped by a Goodwill and yeah, found one of those fancy fidget cubes. Oh right, do this. Perfect. And yeah, it's a little alright little thing. I still think my favorite fidget any kind of toy of all time is still gonna be a pin, just like a really good ball bling pin. Or a clicker pin, whatever you want to call it. Hey, more. Is there anything, you know, depending on how much more grinding would do, maybe we'll tackle Ruby and Emerald? I'm just gonna assume it's gonna be a shorter session of grinding out whatever else I need. I started doing another final attack. It's interesting. If I do end up doing a going after Ruby and Emerald weapon today, when I upload it to YouTube, I'll make it a separate thing. Oh, you do have a counter attack on him. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Knights around is the... Oh, no, it's not. We still got a couple other summons. Okay. Cloud, come on. Come on, Cloud. What are you doing, Cloud? But I would definitely like to, tomorrow on my day off, try to get a really good session into Final Fantasy VII, and that'll be the last session for this particular playthrough of MS7. It's been a little bit of a mess, admittedly. Like, I kind of set it out to try to do 100%, or a decent 100%, but then it's like, Dude, it did a lot of stuff, though. For sure. And the next big game I would like to stream is FF Tactics when that comes out, but since we probably have a little bit of downtime before my copy comes in, I kind of want to try to do some, maybe some smaller scale games. Or, maybe not smaller scale is the right word. More like games that are kind of shorter in length that I've been wanting to check out at some point. I think that might be the goal until Final Fantasy Tactics comes, until it gets delivered here. I pre-ordered the game on Amazon, so whenever it gets shipped there. Let's see. India Bahamut. And WI. Nice. I don't think these will stack once my stats are boosted up. I don't believe anyway. Oh my god. Does counterattack stack? Counter does, right? Okay. I gotta look that up real quick. Hold on. It does. Counter-stack does stack up to 8 times, according to just random posts that I saw, without looking more into it. Well, shoot! I should be able to use Flash on. Duh. I'm a dummy. I don't know what I'm thinking. God, I guess it was a while. Yeah, the Master Tomberry, eventually in the last session, just did not show up for a while. I saw that. I saw that time gauge on Cloud. Yeah, going back to earlier, you know, there's just some games that, just like, it seemed like maybe on a shorter end kind of games, like, that stream of Kirby I did, kind of makes me want to do some of the other, Nintendo Classics things. Okay, good to know. So maybe I'll try to do some, other stuff with that, or there's some few games on Steam that I think might be on the shorter side of things. For some reason, I've been wanting to, So, for a while now, I can't really put a time frame on it, admittedly. I've been really fascinated in checking out the creator of Chop Goblins. Not Chop Goblins specifically, but just that creator's whole Steam library for some reason. I don't know why, I thought that'd be like a funny little thing to go through. How Fish is Made is also something I kind of want to check out. Like, I knew about that game before they did mouthwashing, but I would like to check out mouthwashing. I don't know if mouthwashing would be a game I want to stream, admittedly. Because I heard that game does get a little dark. Wait, that might be a little underselling it, but... And I don't know if it would be... I don't know. Like, I've seen people play it on YouTube and whatnot. Well, I've seen where they upload it. Like, I really don't know... I know Tim's bits here and there about mouthwashing. I just know it can kind of... It goes dark, if I'm not mistaken. We're supposed to be getting a... That's right. We're supposed to be getting a physical copy of mouthwashing. Is that a limited run kind of thing? No, it's on Fangamer. Is it out yet on Fangamer? It just says coming 2025. Okay. Yeah, notify me. Actually, let me do that. What other games do they have currently? Oh, Crow Country. Okay, so they're doing Crow Country as well. Oh, and they're doing Pizza. They did the Pizza Tower? I thought Pizza Tower was just a normal Switch game. That's right, they did. They're doing Off. I was kind of gonna hold off on getting a physical copy of Off to see maybe it'll come to PlayStation. $35 too. Wait, Crow County's only gonna be $35? Call it night. Celeste, I need to try Celeste. Well, let me get a notification sent my way for, Oh, wait. I can pre-order it now? Let me double check to make sure I didn't already pre-order Crow County. Crow County looks pretty interesting. Need my memory sometimes, I swear. Hopefully I don't end up being one of those people that like just memories like completely gone when I get really old in age. Knock on wood, because I don't know, that would be awful, and I feel so bad for those people who go through that and their families. Shopping live. I have so many video games. I need to stop buying video games. Admittedly, though, Crow County has been a game I want to check out for a while. I was kind of holding out to see if there was a physical copy coming out. I keep telling myself, like, past year or two. I know specifically I was going to try to do it this year, but it didn't turn out. And no, I think about past 2 years, I've said to myself, I want to go a whole year without buying a single new video game, and it's not ever happened because something always comes out that I'm really like, it was Phantom Brave this year. Was Rebirth this year or last year? Rebirth was last year, correct? I'm just going on a tangent. No, Rebirth was this year. No, it was last year. It was last year. Okay. The Windows version of Rebirth came out this year. But yeah, it was Rebirth the year before, and it was the Phantom Brave sequel this year. Which I do need to sit down and try to beat. I played that game on my own, because the original plan was I was going to stream Phantom Brave and this Phantom Brave sequel. But what ended up happening is I had to move out of the place I was renting, and I was with my folks for a little bit there, like a good 3-4 months? And I was just not comfortable streaming from their location. Streaming from my end, I should say. I was still tagging on along with T's stream, but yeah, I was just not too comfortable streaming from there. Like I think I tried it once or twice, but I don't know. I just the Wi-Fi there, and I didn't have a means of having a cable plugged right into my computer to stream. So what I ended up doing is I just ended up just playing Phantom Brave, and a lot of the sequel I never sat down and beat it. Admit it, I can go ahead and say this right now. It might change, you know. I didn't beat the Phantom Brave sequel yet at the time of this stream. I think Phantom Brave is still better, the original Phantom Brave. But it might change. I don't know. Something might click. And admittedly, I've put so much time and years into Phantom Brave compared to this sequel. I really should sit down and at least beat the main campaign and do some of the DLC for that Phantom Brave sequel, so that by the end of the year I can do my ranking. That's actually a stream I'm legitimately looking forward to, sitting down, because I think I might have mentioned it before. I'm changing it up. I'm changing the top 100 RPG list. I've completely thrown it out the window, and I'm basically changing it to my favorite games of all time list. Because I think it'll be a lot funner. It'll be interesting, like, mixing games up, and... I don't know, just having it open just makes me more wanting to play other games rather than just stick with RPGs. We know RPGs is, like, my favorite genre of all time. But having it strictly a top 100 RPGs did always put me in the mindset, okay, I want to play RPG, when I'm sitting on quite literally, oh god, 2,000 games, if we're including the Steam library. It's nuts. And that's kind of why I want to go a whole year without buying video games and then get through the backlog. But again, I say that, and then something happens, watch me like, alright, next year, I'm not going to buy a single game again. Say, hey, how about that FF9 remaster? It's like, son of a gun. I will say, though, at the time of me streaming right this moment, I'm actually alright with skipping the next gaming, the next generation consoles. Switch 2 included. The only reason why I would possibly get the Switch 2 is just because, you know, it runs Switch games better. And there are like, a couple of legitimate Switch 2 games that I would like to get. Don't get me wrong. But Nintendo's weird with the Switch 2 situation. I'm not gonna lie. It's very bizarre. And honestly, like, if the Part 3 of FF7 remake comes out for PS5, yeah, I would be completely alright with skipping PS6. Like, I can only think of a handful of scenarios where I would want to go out and get a PS6. Like, the next Disgaea game would be exclusive for PS6. And even then, like, with the past couple of Disgaea games, 7 was great. I had a great time with 7. And, 6, well, admittedly, I didn't play the PS5 version of 6. I played the Switch version. Now I have the Disgaea 6 for PS5, and they're re-releasing Disgaea 7. I don't know how that's gonna turn out. It'd be interesting if that's actually 2 separate platinum trophies. Disgaea 7 and Disgaea 7 play. I'm curious how they're gonna handle that. I'm just talking, going from topic to topic. To the point where I'm losing track of it, what my original conversation was. But, yeah, console stuff. But yeah, like, I can definitely see the scenario where they do release FF, Part 3 of the Final Fantasy VII Remake on PS5, and then release on a PS6. I can actually see that happening. And a part of me feels like, just going by their track record, if they re-release it for PS6 after releasing a PS5 version, they're probably going to add content to that PS6 version that's exclusive to that. And no matter how I feel about that, the remake, I still want to check it out. Because it's FS7. FS7 is like contender for my favorite game of all time. OG7. And I do want to see how that turns out, and if the PS6 version was to have any additional content to it. Right, yeah. We'll see, I don't know. Maybe the PS6 version, or PS5, maybe there won't be a big jump between the PS5 and PS6. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just trying to find an excuse to, like, just I don't know. I'll say this. As of right now, if I was to get the next generation of consoles, it would be Switch 2. Simply because it can play Switch gun games better. But again, Nintendo's whole... They're handling the Switch 2 so weird. Between, like, being stingy about developers getting the Switch 2 dev kits. Literally telling them there's like, oh no, just use the Switch 1 dev kits. Even though they're like, well, we want the Switch 2 because, you know, it's a better machine. To, you know, their physical games being weird. Like, me personally, I would love to get... I'm a physical game collector guy. I don't mind buying digital games, I really don't. Especially in extreme cases where, oh, this game's like super duper expensive, I'm just gonna buy a digital version of it. Or, oh, this game is only digital. I don't mind doing that. I'm definitely, like I mentioned earlier, Crow County. I waited off on that game hoping to get a physical copy of it, and lo and behold, it did. But sometimes, you know, just some games it never happens. For a number of reasons. And I don't know if that rumor is true about the PS6. But supposedly it is going to be there's going to be PS6 discs. But it's like, it's a disc drive situation. I think the rumor goes like, it's just not... They're not going to do like the PS5. It's not going to be like, oh, here's the PS5 with the disc drive built in. Or you can get the PS5 digital and get a disc drive for later. I think it's strictly going to be, the rumor anyway says, it's strictly going to be a PS6 and a disc drive is separate. I don't think you can get a combination of the two. I guess like, there's pros and cons to like the whole digital versus physical thing on both ends. For sure. But me personally, I prefer physical more so when everything is on a disc, cart, what have you. You never have to worry about it having to connect. Shenanigans. I'm sure I'm a broken record. I'm sure people have heard this conversation time and time again. Definitely don't mind downstacking the collection though, just to have like a little bit more condensed. Oh my god. Oh yeah, my game backlog is ridiculous, and I kind of want to start putting like a major dent into it all in the next couple of years. I keep coming up with the number 40 when I turn 40, because originally when I had started that top 100 RPG list, I was gonna like do a big video project where I would go over it all night, like one of those fancy YouTube things. When I reach 40, and it's like, all right, guys, this is it. It'll change over time, sure, but this is it. And I would have like, okay, I want to hit like all the big time RPGs, all the ones I'm interested in, all the other RPGs I played before I started this project. But now it's just like, well, okay. Now it's just video games in general, and I still kind of want to play with that idea. It's like, okay, I want to do a big, grand video project of, like, what is my top 100 video games of all time kind of situation. And I'm talking about, like, one of those, like, essay videos, like, 6-hour videos where I, like, go into depth about each game or something. But for now, I'm actually looking forward to turning that to a yearly stream where at the end of the year, what am I doing? Where I sit down and go through the games each that I played for that year and put them on a list. It's just this one, honestly, the one that will be taking place for the first time this year is probably be the biggest, just simply because I'm taking a majority, not every single game, but a majority of, like, games that I've played, streamed, and whatnot, since I started doing Let's Plays on YouTube before I started streaming. But, there was some games that was omitted because I was like, okay, I kind of want to refresh myself or something like that. Like, I could go ahead and spoil a little bit right now, like Streets of Rage, even though me and T did 1, 2, and 3. Those are ones I kind of want to replay again before I put them on the thing. How many video games is on this list now? Including Kirby, because I didn't put Kirby on the list now. 134. That's not counting remake. Oh, you know what? We should do the Ada DLC, because I never did that for stream. I only streamed the main campaign. Or... Did I? Yeah, I went for the Platinum Trophy on stream, I think. Or maybe I didn't. I can't recall. I know we did multiple playthroughs of that game on stream. But that wouldn't be a bad idea. To kill time between, whenever I finish this to, the Final Fantasy Tactics. To sit down and actually do the, Ada DLC. It'll be funny getting back into that game. And trying to get, like, become familiar with it again. And it would have been a little refresher on it. And I get to play Mercenaries mode, too. Let me just take these and put it on. Oh, wait. I almost forgot! Honestly, we might actually try Ruby and Emerald weapons today. If I get these other material... The main ones I'm thinking of in my head. Yeah, so I would like to get this, these three, these two summon materia, magic counter, and this double clip's fine. Which... Oh god. Well, it's the final level, but Jesus, yeah, nice and around. I think we're just gonna be grinding nice and around with that much AP still needed. Hold your horses, man. How? We're just gonna go ahead and start putting, yeah, and I'm gonna, also, I need to do the trophies for Ada's DLC as well. Not thinking about it. Yeah, because I straight up just never played that DLC yet. We're already 40 minutes in, holy cow. Boys wobbling. The Wobbling Brothers. I think they're not immune to death. I mean, they're really, I mean, what? Yeah, they don't do anything. Jeez, okay. Just immediately. Very nice. Thanks, Cloud. How Yuffie got the Fury stat? I don't know where she got it from. I wonder what with these guys. Yep, okay. That's a lot. Magic counter's good. Rad. Hey, keep them coming. Now, I'm trying to think where would be the best spot for Cloud to build up his limit break once we use... Well, I don't know. I guess Mimic would still work as long as Emerald doesn't do anything before Cloud's... Well, Ruby, I should say. I'm probably going to tackle Emerald first, because Emerald is considered easier between the two. Emerald just has more HP. Get another one going. Don't really need to finish it though. Oh, I didn't realize I had 4 again. Oh, wow. That's funny. Could you do 2W? That would be so funny. I don't think there's a point of having somebody with 2 mimes on. I had to think about that one. Here, brother. I did take Steel off Cloud, right? Now that he has like 4 counterattacks on. Not costly. Got Blue Sky opened up here. I'm just kind of scrolling through here, seeing if there's any neat stuff. Multitasking, right? Definitely not ADHD. There's also a couple of game that more than likely this is gonna be off-stream stuff, but there's been a couple like game marathon things I kind of want to tackle, like Metal Gear in particular. Metal Gear and Resident Evil has been the big ones in my head that I've been wanting to try to tackle. With 9 coming out, and admittedly with Metal Gear, it's been Peace Walker before. Like, I just have a feeling that the servers for those games will probably be shut off sooner rather than later, and I need to get on top of like getting the online trophies for those at the very least. And admittedly, there's a couple Metal Gear games and Resident Evil 2 that I've never played. Like when I streamed Resident Evil 5 not that long ago, a couple years I guess, or it wasn't last year. I don't remember. That was legitimately the first time I ever played that game. And I'd never beat Phantom Pain in Metal Gear. I straight up never played Metal Gear 2. Not Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear 2, the MSX game. I just straight up never played that one. No, excuse me. And Resident Evil, so I've never played 6, 7, 8, and 9 upcoming. I tried Outbreak. I did try the first Outbreak a little bit, but didn't really get into it. Outbreak legitimately terrifies me whenever I want to sit down. And more so now, because it seems like it just has some strong connections with Resident Evil 9 coming out. Like, that game intimidates me. That's what I should say, it intimidates me. More so than how Mario 64 intimidates me. Which is pretty silly. For some reason, Mario 64 is just one of those games I get really intimidated by. And I've played Mario 64 in the past, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, seeing a lot of, like, people who play Mario 64, and here's me just take my sweet time. But I think Mario 64 is neat. For sure. Boost jump. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get Ruby just because it's nice around here. Yeah, there's no way. I'm just gonna call it a session as soon as Knights of the Round gets mastered, and we'll call it a session there. And then I'll stick to the original plan of doing Ruby, Emerald, and the final boss, beating the game in one session. And also rank the summons. That's so funny. So, it's like, oh, your brother attacked me? Well, guess what? I killed him. I still got one more counterattack in. You're down. That's so funny. Sorry, taking a swig of drink. $250. Goes. So instead of counterattack, if he did yeah, you could do that. You could do counter, quad cut, have another quad cut. But honestly, if you're using the counter material, there's just so much better options to do that with. I imagine. I don't know. With this particular setup I have with Cloud. Well, no, because I want to use the Mimic with Cloud, admittedly, so that wouldn't work too well in cases of Emerald or Ruby. Jesus. Nice around, am I right? It's like it's 13 guys or something. Oh, I took out the wrong one. Could try doing another magic counter. Why not just put it on? Yeah, it's literally just nice it around at this point. Of all my time playing FS7, I never gotten the Lucky 7 thing to happen. That would be definitely something I would have to try to do on my own, 100%, to activate that at least once. Another enemy lore. I think I got plenty of enemy lores on. I don't know when that, how maxed out you used to have that. Admittedly, I was like really tired earlier when I towards the end of my shift at work last night, well, early this morning, to my drive home. It seemed like I perked up a little bit, but I would not mind like trying to crash immediately after stream. Gotta get a good sleep in. I do need to try to stick to my sleeping schedule on my days off. I've been kind of really bad about it. But it's just like, man, just working overnight's just... It's cool, and at the same time, it's like, I just wish there was more things I could do with it. Like, I like it because I've always been a nocturnal person. Like, I've just always been better at night when it comes to things. I feel like. So working at night, it's like, I feel like I'm at my peak when I'm working at night. If that makes any sense. Humans are weird. I say this as a human. Human. Where are we at? 80,000. We can also show off getting the Master Summon materia too, which is something I actually never really done, I don't believe. Not thinking about it. Attack from both sides. We're not ending the session, though, until we get this mastered. I refuse to do any more grinding, like a whole... Well, it would be a whole session, but regardless, I would rather try to get Knights of the Realm mastered before tomorrow. What a crit. Usually I actually change it to something a little bit more comfortable. I still wear my clothes I wore last night to work. Even still got my shoes on. I don't know, I guess it keeping my shoes on kind of helps me focus a little bit too on things. I say as I went on a tangent earlier about buying some stuff online. This is pretty funny. Honestly, for me, I have noticed over the years that as long as I don't turn my computer on, then I have a better time, concentrating on things I need to do around the house, which I need to get back on it. I mentioned earlier how I'm still not unpacked. I'm still not unpacked. $66, okay, okay. Alright, this is what I want to see more of. Yeah, just put double cut on. I don't think it works though, because I think the counter attack is just specifically one attack. Let's see if we can get a definitive thing here if Cloud gets hit at any point. Another counterattack. Alright. Getting closer, Cloud, please. Cloud, please. That's my beanie pie sauce impression. I guess that's my beanie pie sauce impression. Sweep this floor. Got a little bit of cat here. Immediately. The amount of space for materia. Pretty soon here we'll get it. And, yeah. It's kind of slow for his age. It is pretty funny. Is he older than Reeve? Actually, don't know. Because Sid's in his 30s. No, Reva's technically older than Sid. Well, technically. I mean, he is older than Sid. He's 35. Okay. According to the remake, anyway. Oh, excuse me. That's a double cut. It's kind of crazy. Gotta have something there. So close. All right. A good 2 or 3 more, we should be good. I'll also exit out of this dungeon too and call it a session from there after we do this, just so we're on the world map. And maybe I'll go ahead and try to do some setups too, just to have everything good to go, or what I think will be a good setup. Oh wow, Cloud's maxed out, I just realized. No level 100 for Cloud. This ain't the Sky Act. Or Brave Exodus. I'm sure there's a couple other Final Fantasy games that let you go over 99. I just can't think of. It is slightly over 9,000. Cloud, we gotta talk about your job to call in. Picked up some instant noodles at work that I noticed, or at least I noticed that we have to move to try it out. I've actually never had like actual ramen noodles, like at a restaurant. I need to remedy that at some point. Check something. Nope, not yet. Let me check something here. Alright, I'm just hearing things. For feeling things, technically. Because I was feeling more the, like, vibrations than the noise. I don't know. Ignore me. This might do it. Yep, there we go. Oh, I guess we can also, yeah, go do that too. Actually, I wonder what's stronger, using the summons from the master summon materia, or if just using the materia themselves. But then again, all we're doing is we're gonna really just judge the animations and how cool they are. Let's remove. If we haven't flashed, we'll probably make it back up. Not too painful as we were coming down. Plus, I mean, UV Sid are definitely a lot stronger than they were coming down here. There goes Cloud. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not double cut. Counter each time. Both, or not 99, but they're in the 90s. You know what? Makes sense where that guy snuck up on me from. Oh, you did attack me. Oh. Right. Well, this won't hurt Cloud. Hurt Yuffie, though. Oh, catch that on me. I'll put that on you. Oh, be gone. Little bit gone. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Up we go! Oh my god, I don't know where that was. Wow. Put the ribbon back on, please. Thank you. Nothing! I could make more convenience. Oh boy. Alright. Let's head to Hospital Canyon first. What a lie. We're off. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I never did this. Oh no. I completely slipped my mind. Holy cow. Well, it's a good thing we did come here. Hold up, Bugenhagen. Oh God, I forgot about the summit. Or did we get Bahamut? Yeah, we got Bahamut here, right? Oh, there we go. Oh. Yes. Yeah, yeah. For some reason, I was thinking, oh wait, we never got the third Bahamut. Very nice. So that also helps with our materia. Do I have to have Red 13 in my party? We do have to have Red in our party. Let's do that real quick. This might be for Red's ultimate weapon, actually. I'm thinking about it. Personally, I think I like Cosmic Canyon better in OG than Remake or Rebirth. I gotta be real. In due time, when I sit down and stream those two games, experience them again. Like, don't get me wrong, there's definitely things in Remake and Rebirth that I absolutely adore and love that is not present in the OG. Like, I think, like, in terms of their English at the very least, because I'm just not too familiar with the Japanese voice acting. Like, I think it's phenomenal who they chose for. And the characterization is pretty good. He does. Yeah, this is his, ultimate weapon. Or Bugenhagen. Or Rabbit. Do I want to sit here and try to do... Nah, we'll save it for next part. Let's go over here by the submarine and we'll call it a session. But I want to thank everybody who came out, checked out streaming, but just for a little bit. I want to thank everybody on the YouTube side of things who checks out replays later down the road. Thank you very much. But yeah, next session, hopefully tomorrow, knock on wood, that it will be the final session for this particular playthrough of Final Fantasy VII before we move on to other things. But until then, take it easy.